Good morning and welcome to my channel. Thanks very much for being here. Today is toilet rolls and I've got 4 here. I've literally just cut them in half and put them through my Gemini die cut machine, which flattens them lovely. And then I've just trimmed up the edges a bit. Now I'm making shaker cards. So first of all, I've got these old Artie Mays papers from a few years ago, I think, and I thought what you can do with these is, thought I would start with this one. Cut this out wherever my pencil's gone. There, for that one. And I'm going to do another one. Does that fit there? Yeah. There's 2 different methods for this. You can use tape, really strong tape, or sewing, and I will show you both, because obviously with sewing not everybody has a machine. I was cutting them up. I decided to use the odd scrap that I had there, so I'm just going to glue these down, and then on the back I will put tea-dyed copy paper as the backing. Okay, they're drying now. I don't think I forgot to mention, this is one of my Xmas in July projects, these Christmas shaker cards. And I've got a journal that I started last Christmas that needs finishing. So I thought I would also use that for the Xmas in July project. And I've printed on vellum these images. I can't remember the kit. Oh yes, it's from Poppy Shop Printables. It's the winter animals, I think. Anyway, these 2 creatures here, the squirrel and the fox, work quite well with this. I'm planning on putting these over the top like that and putting the shaker pieces inside. But first I need to put these onto here. Now what I'm going to do is cut this down, then I will glue it on and then fold it. Let's do it this way. I will glue it on and then fold it over so that it's on glue both sides like that. And I can do both of them on there. So both sides will be like this. So this is the background for these pretty little animals. These are all dry, and I've got some plain vellum that I'm going to put over, but I'm going to sew around this one, and I'll just sew around the 3 sides there. These 2 I've cut out to the size. You will see here there is a little bit overlapping at the top. I'll trim that off afterwards. But again, I'm just going to sew around there, and exactly the same with this one. You can always trim afterwards. I will sew around there. This one, however, I want to use the tape, which I have this tape here, which is extremely gooey, for want of a better word. So I'm just going to put it round the edge. Like this. Okay, what I do now is just put this on here and burnish. I've taken off just the 3 sides there and there. I've left the top where I'm going to put the sprinkly bits in. And then I'll just trim, whoops, sorry about that, around the edges. So it's like that. Then these 3, I'll hang on to that one a minute. These 3, I use my glue stick, the ones that I sew, and I just put a very small rim of glue. Just use the edge of your glue stick. I have to do this. I don't know, it's, if I put it through my machine, it just goes all over the place. So I just put a very small piece of glue down the edge just to hold the vellum. As you can see, I don't know if you can see there, it kind of, you can see I'm not going in very far at all. Like this. And obviously I leave the top open because we will sew that afterwards, after we've put our sparkly bits in. So I will just make sure that just glues down. I give it a few minutes to dry and then I go round and sew around all of these. Okay, I have now sewn around these 3 and now I need to add the gems in. Gems, they're not gems, they're sequins. They could be gems, couldn't they? Anyway, I've gone round this on the backing with salvage patina and with these with vintage photo. So both of these I'm going to add gold in. These could probably end up going everywhere, a bit like that. And then we're going to have some little stars. And then maybe some red in there, as we do seem to have red in the background, and some red stars. So now I will, oops, put all these back in a minute. You then seal this down here and you've got, I'll hold it, a nice little shaker card if you want to see whether you've got enough in there. I'll now fill the rest of these up. Okay, there we go. This one, straightforward. I'm just going to pull the tape off. It is that red strong tape, so trying to get it off is going to be fun. That was great fun trying to get that off, but anyway, I've now managed to do it and glued it down at the top there. But it was a little bit of a problem, but that's me with my tape probably. And the only other thing I found, it can stick at the edge with these ones. I'll now go off and sew all of these. Right, so I've sewn them all along. These are the blue ones. I do like them, they'll go nice with the journal. I have gone round with the salvage patina and it's coloured the ink, which I'm quite pleased about. It's not stark white. And this one that was glued, I've gone round with the vintage photo and it's kind of covered up the glue, the tape you can see. And then there's this one, obviously it was in black, but I've also inked on the vellum there as well. I think they're quite nice for Christmas. As I say, you'll be seeing these in the next journal, the Christmas in July journal that I'm doing. So I will hope you've enjoyed that, and I will see you all in my next video, and thanks very much for watching. Bye.